Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of the Grandeur Show. Today we're going to be covering NightDream. This has been sent to me through email. I got a review copy. I guess it's a review copy of the game. I guess technically not, because the game is out. You can play it, so I guess it's not a review copy. But he sent it to me and asked me to cover it on his channel, and I said sure. This is a brief warning before I get into the game. If you do send your game for me to play it and cover it and critique it and all that, do keep in mind that I am very honest with my reviews and I don't go lightly if you send it to me. I'm saying that because I am a game designer myself, for those who don't know, or I'm studying to be a game designer. So I make games, I do art for games and all that. So when I review games on this channel, I review them as if I'm in class, or like if someone had handed me the game in real life and asked me for my opinion. And the reason as to why is because whenever I hand people my game to be reviewed, I do anticipate them to be honest, and it's important for them to be honest. And I gave my game to Michelle, my sister, to play, and she was brutally honest. And I actually had to redo a bunch of stuff for the final. And I'm still actually editing stuff based off of her critique. And it really hurts and it really sucks when people are very honest, but it's like something you have to get used to. So I'm gonna say that because I'm gonna be honest as I play this, and I want the video game developer to know where I'm coming from, because there are a lot of YouTubers who kind of do these kinds of games, like free itchy games or Steam games or whatever, and sometimes they just to kind of make fun of the game. And so you know where I'm coming from, so I'm not making fun of them. Even though I do think those YouTubers are important, as much as they're very harsh, I do think they're important to the video game industry and to video games, because it's not anybody's job to be nice to you about your game, and it's important to know that. So first criticism, I don't know how that happened. I'm trying to figure out how I got here, because I played like 2 minutes of the game beforehand, and this didn't happen the last time I played it. I think what it is that they made the portals based off collision points, so when you touch it, it sends you somewhere, which instead of making portals in your game, because I think I hit a portal, except for making portals in your games based off collisions, I would make portals based off of hotspots, so that when your mouse hovers over the portal, you can click on it to travel. Because otherwise, you might accidentally run into a portal, and then it gets really annoying to the player, especially since I can't go back. Like, I'm stuck here now, and I can't go back and explore that first level. And there's also no menu. Like, if I put escape, like, nothing really happens. So I do, like, the developer, I do feel like you really need to try and invest in getting a menu. See, did you see how that was collision based? Like, I walked on top of it. And something like this, it would be, it's okay if something like this is collision based, like walking on top of it, because of this little marker. This little marker kind of indicates, like, hey, I'm a collision portal, step on me and you're gonna go somewhere. So this is okay, but like in that first level, I would have had it to where, like, let's say this is a portal, right? Let's say, and then the cursor changes when my mouse is over it. That way, and then I would know to click on it and then to travel. That's what I would recommend. So far, I think the look of the game is okay. I don't mind it, but the only problem is that, like, a problem with a lot of, like, new games or new indie games, they're gonna see what happens if I get in the water. I can't go in. Okay, can't jump. The problem with a lot of new games is, and a lot of people have been talking about this, is that a lot of it looks the same. It has this kind of soupy flavor where everything looks alike and nothing really stands out. And that's probably the biggest problem with making sales on indie games, is how to make your game look distinct. So I would say this game doesn't look distinct. If I saw this from like the storefront, I saw screenshots, I would probably not buy it. And again, that's not me being mean. It's just that there's nothing about this that stands it apart from other games. Like, this brown is kind of a muddy brown, so it doesn't really look nice to look at. This is like a muddy brown, like light brown. And so it's just like, you need something that kind of pops out and it's like, hey, I'm different and interesting, you should click on me. And you need something like that, like something that kind of sticks out. So that did something. can't move anymore. I don't know why. Do I click on that? Oh, gotcha. Okay. So, so I kind of got that. So I don't know, like, so that, I mean, that worked. I was able to figure that puzzle out. And so I guess this, like, powers this portal. What I would do is, so you have this purple. It's kind of like a logic in the game. So I click on this is purple, changes my cursor to purple, and I click on that, and it causes the beam. What I would then do next is, if it powers up this portal, make this portal light up with purple. That way I know as the player, oh hey, I can step on it now. And then that becomes a logic in the game and a language in the game, so that I understand that every single time something's purple, the portal turns on. And then, like, it becomes this repetition. Because that's right now, it stayed the same. So I may, as a player, still think it doesn't work. It still doesn't work. I need to do more. But we'll see. See, it works. So maybe have that light up the purple after the puzzle is done. So, and another thing that I recognize, I'm kind of like standing still and talking, that way, you know, we don't introduce new things. Another thing that I kind of started to get the feeling of when I was first playing it, because I played this before for like a couple seconds, is that when you make your game, the first couple levels, or like the first 5 minutes of the game, just summarize what your goal is. And you don't have to do this. I highly advise it. Should emphasize what your goal is, the basic mechanics of the game, and like the overall like summary of the story. Now, you don't have to spoil anything. You don't have to give everything away from at the beginning, but you don't have to give everything away. That's not something that I'm saying. But you need to give the player an overall impression of what the game's gonna be like. So, like, an example of this, I'm trying to think of something that I played that I can actually remember. So I'm playing Resident Evil 7 right now. And the first 5 minutes of it basically just introduces to you the environment, like how everything feels. It introduces like walking around, because there's a lot of walking around in Resident Evil 7. It does the mood, it does a basic story with, because there's like, you see a video at the beginning of Resident Evil 7 of your wife, and that whole video kind of summarizes the story, like, oh, you're trying to find her, and it kind of gives us this quick hint of how the rest of the game's gonna be. And then you walk around, you look around, and then it also teaches you the basic mechanics of, like, because the front gate is locked, and then you have to find another passage. So that teaches you, oh, there's going to be a lot of locked doors in the game. You should look around for other like methods of getting to where you want to go. And that teaches that. And then you go into the house, and it teaches things how to pick up items and all that. So it uses that first level, or 5 to 10 minutes of the game, to really teach you what the game's about, like if you want to play Resident Evil 7. So this is one thing I'm encountering with this game, is that I'm on level 2, and it doesn't quite, I don't know what my goal is, and I don't quite get what this means. I don't know what this stage means. I don't know what I'm really doing here. Like, am I solving puzzles? Am I trying to find a specific place? Like, am I just looking around? Like, is this a walking simulator kind of thing? Because if it's a walking simulator sort of thing, it doesn't have the graphics for that. And if it's a puzzle game, the puzzles aren't quite, like, intricate enough for it to really come together. So it's like, maybe if you were to remake this game, which I'm not saying you should remake it, because I think it's fine on its own, but if you were to remake it, then I would rethink about it of, okay, how can I introduce everything to the player within the the first few minutes? So I can actually walk across this water. Okay. Does the water mean something? So I can't jump. Do I do it here? I mean, because it's the same. Oh, I see. So right click, picture of it. So I don't quite understand. So the language that you've pretty much have like given me as a player is that this symbol connects with this symbol. Like, these symbols connect, but then when I click on them, like I click on this and in this, nothing happens. So, and that's confusing to me as a player. Oh yes, that's right. I have to actually stand on it. So whenever I see this marker, I'm gonna think that I have to use it for a puzzle. But this isn't being used for a puzzle, so that's kind of confusing and inconsistent. I also don't really like that sound. It's very generic, but that's just me. So I get it. So that's like a dummy. I got it. So I don't want to. See, why can't I click on it here? Is it because of the wall? Oh, I understand. So I have to do that. So I can't bring it back. Oh, no, it works. I don't know why it didn't work before. Why doesn't it? It's not quite. Okay, I got it. No. Why doesn't it only work sometimes and not other times? That doesn't make any sense. So it disappears. It's like, how do I don't know. How do I get this? And so it's like sometimes doing the like you still saw before there was like 3 portals, and that worked fine, but now it doesn't work, and it doesn't make any sense. Like I don't know, it's like the logic's not consistent. I'm guessing like these 2 ideas don't. So what does this mean? It says A and then. Oh. Okay. Oh, so I go back to, okay, so that was the first puzzle. I gotcha. See, okay, so let me show you. Okay, so this is a portal. Just have the cursor change when I'm over this portal, and then have me be able to click on it. And you can do that through Adventure Creator if this is Unity. Adventure Creator has hotspots. I love Adventure Creator. I recommend it to everybody. Adventure Creator has hotspots. And the hotspots will allow you to click on things and make it a portal. So I guess we'll click on this. Okay. Oh, gotcha. Okay. So yeah, I can't jump. Do I push this? No. I mean, if I push anything, nothing happens. Okay. I think the music's nice. Oh, here you go. Okay, I got it. Doesn't work on that side. Can I get to fall? Oh, okay. Oh, I gotcha. So I have to do, okay, I got it. So I do this. But I can't jump. So is this just like a dummy? Let me see. I thought maybe I can use it as stairs, but maybe this is just a decoy. Yeah, this works, so... Yeah, I just... Oh, okay, never mind. I have to... It's not a decoy. Okay, so I got it. Oh, I have to carry it with me. Come on. There you go. Alright, so I might stop it here just in case if anybody playing it wants to play the game themselves and solve the puzzles. So I definitely don't think this is bad. I just think it needs a lot of work. It needs a lot of polishing. I think that having an artist, even though I know like some people just can't afford artists, I think that's understandable. Like sometimes you just can't get around it. But I don't think this is bad. I just think it needs a lot of work. It needs a lot of like polishing up, but the essential ideas are there. And what I would actually recommend is I wouldn't redo the game. Like what if you wanted to edit this game, I would add a menu. I would improve the portals in the first area because that's gonna like the first thing the players are gonna see is that first area with all the black. So you have to make that look really good. You gotta make that mechanics in that first room like spot on. And if that means like making the portals hot spots, I would do it. Because I mean, if they get to that first area and they don't like it, they turn off that game in seconds. Like gamers do not like. It takes like 5 seconds for a gamer to recognize if they like a game or not. So if they see that first area and it doesn't work for them, they'll just turn it off and play something else. That's just how they are. And so I would, like, if you were to edit this more and do more to it, fix that first menu area. Add a menu, that way I can do things like adjust the sound, and I can get out of the game and all that jazz, because I can't really get out of it at this point. I can put escape and get the mouse, but that's like a really unsophisticated way of getting out of the game. You should have an exit, like a quit. Again, if you use Adventure Creator, it gives you that. I will recommend Adventure Creator to everybody, especially since the creator is so freaking nice. Like, he's the nicest human being ever. And it's a Unity asset. He'll help you with anything, like, I would recommend getting that for this if you want to get some help on some of this stuff. But otherwise, I would actually just be like, okay, this is done. You have this game out there. Learn from it. And it's not, because it's not bad at any. I think the puzzles are fine. I kind of get it. I get the logic of the puzzles. But then maybe for your next game, maybe think about all these things. Maybe like try and save up for an artist, or find like an artist to team up with you. Even if the artist isn't all that great, or the artist wants experience. You may not get a professional artist, because artists really need to get paid. And if they need to get paid, they won't do it. But you might find an artist that wants to learn, or liked your game, and wants to you know, maybe they're in school or something and they want to learn. Maybe get them to kind of collaborate with you. Just don't expect much from them. But yeah, do some stuff just to improve it. But like I wish the best for you. If you make the developer, he emailed me. If they make any new games or they improve on this game, I would be cool with covering it again, or covering new games and helping them along. But I do wish them the best. I mean, yeah, I just think it's like this just doesn't have any oomph. It doesn't set us apart from other games, and there's like other puzzle games that do this, but they do it in a more interesting way. So like people would just buy that, and they wouldn't buy this. So I would like really hone in on like, how do you make your puzzle game different? What is like special and unique about this particular puzzle game that makes it different than other puzzle games? So that's what I think I'd focus on. But I think this would be it. If you want to check it out, it's called NightDream. He is accepting reviews, the developers. If you want to leave them, if you want to play it, leave them a little review. Game developers really do appreciate that kind of thing. I know I do. So yeah, if you want to like give your input, I'm sure that he would enjoy it. He or she will enjoy it. I don't know if it's a guy or girl. Yeah, his name is Michael, so I think it's a guy. But yeah, I mean, give them a little shout. But thank you again for giving this to me. I really appreciate it. It was fun, like playing this and seeing what the new developers are doing. Because I'm also I'm making my own game too, so it's kind of cool seeing like what other games other developers are making. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys later. I hope you guys like this video. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. If I can get out of this.